Hi, I'm Bill Snodgrass. Welcome to this episode of The World Around Us. We're going to look at math. We're looking at how to generalize any story problem and get right down to expressing the relationship between the variables mathematically. So you can take any story, no matter what it's about, and use this to make sort of like the generic story so you can get right into the solution using. So we have this five-step method of solving problems. What are you looking for and what's given? What's the formula that relates to those things? Plug in, solve. So we're gonna use that. We're gonna generalize. You can take any story, whether it's about dwarfs, asteroids, electrons, planets, whatever, and then you can just like use this method. So it starts off with find. We're gonna do the distance equation. We're gonna find d sub f, the final displacement from whatever. Where? Find d sub f where. It doesn't matter if it's any context. You can use this method where, and now we're just going to list the variables that are given. So where, and we'll say that this object thing that we're looking for started some initial distance, d sub I, some initial distance from some reference point, maybe the satellite's position from the space station, or maybe it's the ball's position in relationship to the flagpole. Where d sub I equals 10, we're going to use meters. Where the initial distance is this, and the ball rolled down the hill for some period of time. So t equals, we're going to say 15 seconds. 15 seconds. And then there's going to be some velocity. Hopefully the velocity will be in meters and seconds. Since we're making this up, it's going to be. So where velocity, v sub I, equals 4 meters per second, or meters per second. 4 meters per second. I do v sub I because later we're going to use an equation where we have more than just these variables and the initial velocity comes in. But in this case, it's going to be the constant velocity or the average velocity, whatever you want to call it. Third step, write the formula. D sub f equals d sub I plus vi t. All right, so step 3 is to write down the equation, and we write it down in the form with vi because and later there'll be a term out here for acceleration, and we need to know what the initial velocity is, not the average velocity. But in this case, it's just going to be the average velocity. All right. So now the fourth step is to plug in the numbers. D sub f, that's what we're looking for. D sub f equals d sub I, 10 meters plus vi is 4 meters per second. A lot of people like to put parentheses around their multiplication, and t is 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Seconds on top, seconds on the bottom, they'll cancel out. That's going to give us 4 times 15 is 60, and the units will be meters. 10 meters comes down, and that gives us back to d sub f. D sub f is 10 plus 60. D sub f equals 70 meters. That's it. So we start off by saying find whatever it is that the problem tells us that we're looking for, whatever the context, whatever the story, find d sub f where, list the variables, plug in the values of the things that are given, find an equation that relates these variables to this question, plug in the numbers, solve, and we get this answer. Do I need to put this in a box? No, because it says find d sub f, and the last thing down here is d sub f equals. I don't need to put this in a box. That's not necessary. So there it is. That is how you generalize any story problem about anything into a very simple process of solving it. That's it for this episode. Please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, sign up for notifications, leave me a comment, question, or suggestion, and we will see you in the next one. Sometimes I catch it. She didn't know I was in here. Every tutorial I ever make goes like this.